Hey up, Rock God 2004 back with another video for you. It is 9:40 AM on, I think it's Thursday today. I haven't been to sleep. I've been awake all night. I went to bed, can't sleep. And then, of course, the delivery man who fancies himself as a copper nearly made me soil my phone. I know what this is. This has come from the States, from Arrow Video, and it's jumped the gun a bit because we've gone from the original to a pre-order of part 2, and the remake's come out. Oh, look at that artwork. That is very, very sexy. It's quite weighty, this, for saying it looks like a standard release. This is the 4K US only Arrow edition of the remake of Friday the 13th. Or Friday the 13th, 2009. Whichever you want to call it. I'm too tight to argue. 2-disc set. You get the theatrical cut and you get the killer cut, which is the uncut one, on a disc each, which I didn't expect. Look at that artwork. That's got to be Ghoulish Gary Pullin or Pulin, however you pronounce it. It's got his name all over that. I don't know whether it tells you the artwork. It's not often that guy gets it wrong, to be honest. I think the only Friday the 13th thing I didn't like of his was the Freddy vs. Jason soundtrack cover, because it didn't even look like his style. But yeah, he's done some amazing Friday the 13th artwork. So I shall give this a quick, and I shall back in a sec. I shall back in a sec. What a bell end! I shall be back in a sec. 'Tis done. Oh, that lovely poster aroma. Ooh, as soon as I took it off, oh, I could smell it oozing out of me box.
My plug hole absolutely stinks.
Because it smells like piss.
Two 4Ks. Oh, it's nice, that, isn't it? Let's have a look there, right there. So you get the newly commissioned artwork again there. Friday the 13th with the Warner Brothers logo. I think it was released by Paramount over here, if I remember rightly. I know it's a joint thing, I know that. Because it's got Warner Brothers, and it's got New Line Cinema, and it's got Paramount. Anyway. Oh. This should have reversible artwork for the original. Yes, it does. So I'm going to turn that around, because I do like both. I like the original, and I love that new. In fact, I think that newly commissioned artwork is actually better than the original. Because it's films nowadays, and it's been like this now for like decades, like 2-3 decades. You don't get that gorgeous artwork that you used to get on the 70s and 80s quad posters. It's always photographs. But I do like that image. It's quite a sort of a creepy image of old Jason there. But can you imagine when you went to the cinema to see this, if that had been the poster? Would have been so much better, wouldn't it? Anyway, there's the original. Disc 1 is the theatrical cut. Disc 2 is the killer cut with exactly the same artwork. You'd have thought that they made something different about it, but no, they haven't. It's identical. Check your discs, boys and girls. I fell for it before. Yeah. Not a mark on that. Let's look at the killer cut, which is the one that we're all going to be watching, whoever buys this. Yeah. Nothing wrong there. And then you get a couple of goodies. I'm flagging now. I think I might have a little sleep with a bit of luck. Right, so first off, you get a booklet. I was just going to say, why have they put this on? But it is relevant at the beginning of the film if you haven't seen it. That's a really good scene, that. It's not my favourite Friday the 13th, and it's not my favourite remake by any stretch of the imagination, but I do still enjoy it. It is still pretty good. It's just, my biggest problem is it just doesn't feel like a Friday the 13th film, you know, like the 80s ones and stuff. It does, however, feel more like a Friday the 13th than Jason X does. That feels more like Star Trek. It's a bit naughty. Friday the 13th, 2009, a tribute to the blood-soaked legacy of Jason Voorhees. Right, yes, wonderful. I remember that bit. I haven't seen it for a while, to be honest. There's loads of text in this as well, so I always fully intend to read these, and I never seem to really either get the time or I always forget. Oh, she was in the OC, wasn't she? And he's been in some. He was in House of Wax, the remake, the one with Paris Hilton in. Yeah, that's him. He's been in quite a few things. I don't know what the actor's name is. And there's an entrance to old Camp Crystal Lake there. More text. It's not the greatest booklet, to be honest. It's better than none at all, though. Yeah, that's about it, to be honest. That's just yeah. So that's the booklet anyway, so I'll stick that back in there. Then you get a dual-sided poster, which mine has a little nick out of it in transit there off the bloody stupid clip, but never mind. So you get the original cinema art on one side and that lovely newly commissioned on the other. Now, although this smells rather pleasant, they've used the crappy, cheap, thin paper again. And this is why things like that happen. I'm hardly going to send it back for a dodgy poster, like a little nick in a poster. And I'm saying I'll send it back to America for that. But if you watch an Arrow, I'm not impressed. Use the better paper. And lastly, second from lastly, there's a card saying Stream Killer Cut. And then Hugo, what the hell? Really, Hugo? And then you get a postcard. Greetings from Crystal Lake. That's nice. I like that. Yeah, and then you get that on the back. That's it. That's your lot. So for a 2-disc set, 2 4Ks with a slip and a poster and a booklet, this cost around about 33 quid, I think it was. Something around that. So it's not too bad for saying it's a 2-disc set and you're getting both cuts. Let's hope now the Paramount release the others singly. I know that they've got part 2 on pre-order, but up to now it's UK only. I don't want the UK one. I've got the US part 1. I've got the US remake. I want them all US. I don't want a dirty, great big stupid 18 stuck there, or as now part 2 they've passed it as a 15. How, I don't know. But I like the American stuff, especially the Paramount stuff. It just looks better. So, yes, there you go. That's just arrived this morning. Luckily, I was awake. I haven't been asleep yet, because I might have zonked out and missed him. 97 minutes and 105 minutes. That's 8 minutes. I wonder how much of that is gore and how much is dialogue. Because I've never watched the R-rated one. I've always watched the unrated. Anyway, there you go. So that's the 2009 double 4K of Friday the 13th. There you go, just a short one there for you. I know I did see that Mike, my very good friend Mike from Cinema Axeman, I'll leave a link below to Mike's channel. His turned up yesterday. Don't know what it is with all these American deliveries coming from the States, but it's weird how some people get them days before. But there you go. It's here. It's opened, and I'll watch it whenever I can keep awake. Thank you very much for watching, all 2 of you. I really do appreciate it. And I need to go back to bed to try and get to sleep, because I haven't had a single minute. So you all take care of yourselves, and I shall see you on the next video. Ta-ta.